Hey everybody, Jay here from Modern Mississauga, and we are with the all-new 2018 Hyundai Kona. It's Hyundai's brand new subcompact crossover. Yes, they're a little late to market, but with all the cool bells and whistles that are offered, the cool design, and the two engine choices, it doesn't really matter that Hyundai's a little late here. Just looking around the side, it's got a traditional compact SUV shape, nothing really outstanding here. There is a rear spoiler, gives it a nice sharp look, lots of plastic cladding around the tires and around the side. That's kind of how they've designed it. Not a big fan of all the plastic cladding personally speaking, but hey, everyone's into something. Headlights kind of borrowed a bit from the Jeep Cherokee, but you know what, doesn't matter, it still looks good. Those are your day runners, regular lights beneath it, fog lights at the very bottom, right there and there. And yeah, so the front end, a typical Hyundai design, nothing earth-shattering there, but it still looks good. I don't have any problems with the way the front end is designed. There's a good look at the side profile in the light. I don't mind the look. Overall, again, if there's a little less black plastic cladding, that wouldn't hurt anybody, specifically me. But yeah, overall, I like the shape of the body. It's safe, it's conservative, it's Hyundai. It's still a little on the edgy side. I'd say maybe 10% edgy as far as Hyundai goes, but overall it's a great looking design. Let's take a look in the next segment at the inside trunk space, then we'll jump on to the driving segment from there. But this is the outside of the all-new 2018 Hyundai Kona, and we'll be right back. And we're back with the 2018 all-new Hyundai Kona subcompact crossover slash SUV. 544 liters of cargo space here. Put the seats down, you get $12.96. Pretty good, pretty functional. You're not really going to have that much of a wavering, regardless of what class of subcompact crossover you have. Let's close up the trunk. There's a good look at the rear spoiler, which I didn't quite touch on during the first part of the video. There's a look at your rear seats, pretty standard fare. Let's just pull this down for your cup holders, and that's that. So it seats 5. I wouldn't put more than 4 people in here, not just the Kona, any car really. There's a good look at what the inside of the cockpit looks like, and let's jump in and quickly walk through some stuff here. So I like that everything's very symmetrical here with Hyundai, very typical Hyundai, clean design. Let me get this out of here, that's kind of messy. There you go, that's better. So you have your USB auxiliary, a couple of 12 volts, everything here is for your HVAC controls. 7-inch screen here, top trim 1.6 Ultimate gets the 8-inch screen. I don't know why they do that. I wish they would just stick with one screen size and be done with it. It'll cost less because you're just using the same part over and over and over again. But anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. So right here, because this is the specific 2.0 luxury trim, comes in all-wheel drive. Front wheel, actually all the 2.0 engines come in front wheel or all-wheel drive. So there are your drive modes. You have your eco, your normal, and your sport. Heated driver seat, heated passenger seat, parking sensors, heated steering wheel are all there. I think Hyundai missed a big branding opportunity by, let me just pull this back. There's nothing here. Put an H, put a K, put a smiley face, put anything here. It looks kind of weird and plain, just not having anything there. There is a pull handbrake, and I like that quite a bit. Cup holders here. You got your storage in there as well. So we've taken care of that. This 7-inch touchscreen is easy to work with, easy to get through your commands, controls, and pull your information out of. It's kind of Hyundai's thing. It's incredibly easy, and I love them for it. There is your dashboard. A couple of analog dials flanked by a small digital screen in between, and that digital screen gives you all sorts of information. And we'll go through it. So yeah, settings, all that kind of stuff, and that's that. So steering wheel, oh, there's my feet. Nobody wants to see those things. I just get these out of the way. Anyways, there's your steering wheel. Feels good, nice, sturdy. I like that it has this down here as opposed to the 4-spoke. It feels good, and nobody puts their hand in here. But I like the way the steering wheel is laid out and designed. There is all of your window controls and your locks and your are we out of the light? Yeah, and there's a few buttons there. I wish they would have put something there, and I don't care what it would have been, but anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. Sunroof on this one, not panoramic, but it is good enough. It lets the light in, lets the air in as well. The seats, very, very comfortable. I'm noticing a lot of new cars have huge side bolsters. There's a good look at just how thick they are. Very, very nice. Not so much for the thigh bolsters, but whatever, no big deal. Again, I like what Hyundai's done. I've always liked what Hyundai's done as far as in the last 5-6 years, laying out the center console. It's very neat, very symmetrical, very easy to pull all of your commands from. There is wireless charging on the top trim, not here. I'll go through the rest of the stuff in the driving portion right now. I'm going to wrap up the inside. It's a good looking car on the inside. Very good fit, very good finish. There are some hard plasticky bits, you know, these look good, but that's hard. That's soft, but you know, hard. Hard there, hard all the way through. This, I don't mind it. Kind of Mazda-esque, where it's sitting up higher as opposed to being integrated into the dash. Middle console, but you know, whatever. It's still easy to pull information off of, and it's closer to your line of sight. So here's a quick panoramic view of the rest of the inside of the 2018 all-new Kona. And can't turn my hand anymore, so we'll pull back here, and we are done with the inside. We'll be right back with the driving portion. Hang tight. Alright everybody, we are back with the in-car portion for the all-new 2018 Hyundai Kona subcompact crossover. So real quickly, there are 5 separate models. With a 2.0 liter engine, there's the Essential, which you can get front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive preferred, front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and luxury. Front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Prices as low as $20,999 all the way up to $31,799. So I'm in the 2.0 luxury all-wheel drive, $27,499. This engine is the 2.0, obviously, 4-cylinder, 147 horse, 132 pound-feet of torque. We'll get to my comments on that as soon as we get going. The alternate is the 1.6 turbo 4-cylinder, 175 horse, 195 pound-feet of torque. And I've driven it, and it goes. It's fast, it's quick, it's crisp, it's wonderful. This engine's a little more for the urban world. Hyundai dubs this as the SUV for the city. So let's do a little bit of driving and give you some feedback on it. So my average fuel economy is 10.1, and they rated, let me just pull a quick stop here, 9.2 city, 7.8 highway for 8.6 combined. So it's okay. I find that during my week of driving, of which I've done 309.3 kilometers, keeping it normal is a little sluggish, and the car will obviously get up to where it's going. It just takes a little bit of time to get there. Eco just really slows it down because you're all about fuel efficiency, and you're not going to be wanting to hammer your foot down on the gas pedal to get going with the Eco, because again, it's kind of counterintuitive. So I've had it in sport mode for pretty much almost all of my time. When we put it back in sport mode, I just defaulted it back to normal for the limited previous driving. But the engine revs really high, and it feels like the 6-speed transmission here in this specific 2.0 engine struggles to flip over. And you know, I haven't had much of anything in the car for the week I've had it, and it feels a little jumpy. And you still get on the highway no problem, and you know, the car might hit 3,000-4,000 revs as you do it. Just for me, I would take the 1.6. So right now, you know, I'm just foot down regular 3,000 and a bit, 2,500. I'm in third gear up to 3,000, still not changing. There we go, there it is again, and then it rests at around 1 3/4 2. Again, this is sport mode, so it's a little more sensitive, a little more responsive compared to normal or Eco. The drive itself, the car handles well. The steering feel is great, not a lot of wobble. as you drive, and it's easy to drive, easy to park, and that's the benefit of the subcompact crossover market. Because a lot of the spots in the city, you know, you've got to squeeze in, whether it's parallel parking, parking diagonally in some spots, just your regular vertical parking spots. The layout of the cabin, as I mentioned in the previous section of this video, everything's nicely laid out. It's obvious where everything should be. There's no guesswork. I like the very simple layout in here. Everything's so easy with the screen. The volume and audio controls are on the correct side, which is the left side. I'm just going to pull over for a quick sec and just run you through a couple more things here as we wrap up the video. Put that in park, handbrake. So, for 1.6, you get the Trend or the Ultimate, and those are both only all-wheel drive. So I like that Hyundai's given an identity to every single one of their vehicles. There's Essential, Preferred, and Luxury for the 2.0 side, and Trend or Ultimate for the 1.6 turbo side. 1.6 has the 7-speed double-clutch transmission. Standard features are LED daylight. LED day runners, heated seats, up front, rear camera, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and the 7-inch screen, which is right there. Very, very cool. Wireless charging, and the 8-inch screen come in the very tops 1.6 Ultimate trim, and that's $31,799. Sunroofs come on the two top trims for their respective engine sizes, as well as lane keep assist, autonomous emergency braking, driver alert, assistant. Every trim, this is great, out of the 5 models, the Essential does not get this, but everyone else does. You get blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, rear cross traffic alert. That was very odd to the camera stop. Anyway, I'll try and be quick and wrap this up. 50 liters in the gas tank. The car is kind of heavy, 3,400 pounds compared to the Nissan Kicks, which is around 2,600 pounds. I think that's why the 2.0 engine doesn't perform as well as I would have thought it would have. But you know what, overall, you're not buying, keep in mind the class of vehicle visits. You're not buying it for speed or power with the 2.0 engine. You're buying it for the luxury, and sorry, the luxurious options, as they call this, the luxury trim. And yes, I know it is still a non-luxury vehicle, but they've done a lot of cool things here, again, with the heated seats and the heated steering wheel, and the very, very comfortable seats at that as well. A couple $100 you can tack on a color package that gives some cool stitching throughout the inside. Overall, I like the Kona. It's being marketed towards the late 20s, early 30s, first car, replacement car if you're an empty nester. You still want that high vantage point for sight, and you know, you don't want that mid-size SUV or anything too big if you don't care for sedans. This is a great option as well. Yeah, just because my only gripe really is that the engine on the 2.0 is a little just takes an extra couple of seconds to get up to regular speeds. And you know, I'm not saying this to scare anybody away from buying the Kona. I'm letting you know that when you do take the test drive, allow yourself an extra couple of seconds to get on the highway, maybe 1.5 seconds, and don't be afraid if you know you put your foot all the way down and you see the RPM needle go a little higher than what you're used to. You know, you're not going to pick the 2.0 liter engine if you are interested in, you know, running it and gunning it off the line, and you want that instant performance. And for those of you that do jump on the 1.6 turbo engine, but for getting around the city, getting people to and from, getting your stuff to and from in style, the 2.0 trim, 2.0 luxury trim does a fantastic job. Alright, that's going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry it went a little longer than expected. And let me know if you have any comments or questions, and we'll do our best, or I will do my best to address them. Again, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and we'll be back sooner than later.